My name is John Stevens, and we're out here today along with some people that work for me. Robert Davis, Brian Nicholson, and Jim Guara will Q-O-R-E, to do some compaction tests on some 48-inch ductile iron pipe. We're going to do 4 tests, actually 5, to see what appears to work the best. Here Brian is just probing down in the gravel. We've already got the pipe laid and the gravel in and the dirt in on the first test that we're gonna run. Brian's actually going to take a test on this gravel before we do any compacting on it. Placed in there beside the ditch, beside the pipe, I'm sorry. They're using the sand cone method here to run these tests today. Here we're measuring down to the gravel. We want to see how much we can pack or compress that gravel. All right, we're using a 80,000-pound backhoe along with a roller that we built. This roller basically just rolls each side of the pipe, and it compacts both sides of the pipe at the same time. We've used this method on probably over 300 miles of pipe. I know it's over 300 miles of various size pipe, and we've had very good results with it. Two things we're trying to accomplish here today is, one, to make sure that we get support under this ductile iron pipe where we don't have leaks, and two, that we get the ditch compacted where it don't settle. They're measuring here, and what they're showing is that gravel went down 5 inches when we rolled it. All right, we're setting the ditch box back in, and Brian's going to run a test on the 57 stone that we just compacted. Now he's taking a probe rod, and as you can see, that probe rod it don't just fall down in there. This material has been compacted. Some people think that you can just dump 57 stone in a ditch and not compact it, and it'll support a pipe. But I can tell you from experience, that's not the case. And he's just taking this probe rod to feel around the pipe and what have you, and see how tight the material is. Now he's going to run his compaction test. Now we're measuring down to see how much dirt we got in and how far it goes down. That compaction test that Brian just run back there on that stone, where he run the test beside the pipe, showed to be 99%. As you can see, the walls are straight up and down where we're working here, and this is good for street work or whatever, because we don't have to put any people down in the ditch. If we put any people down in the ditch, we got to have a box of some sort to protect them. And what you're gonna see is this material, after we got through rolling it, is gonna go down around 12 inches, where the 57 stone behind us went down 5 inches. Now that material's got to be going somewhere when you roll it and it goes down. And it's going under the haunches of the pipe. Here I'm telling him to hit the pipe. Just hit it with the backhoe. He can't do it. Under normal conditions, you can't hit that pipe with that roller. In real life, this is a very fast method of compacting this material from the spring line down to the bottom of the pipe. They just leveling that dirt out a little bit where you can roll it again, and we can tell how much this material actually went down. That material went down 12 inches. Now he's taking his probe rod and feeling of it. Taking his compaction test. This compaction test turned out to be 95%. Now we're going to bring a bucket of gravel up and just dump it in the ditch. And he's going to run compaction test on it, just dumped in there with nothing done to it. And that's what we're doing here. And that test come out very low. I ain't got that report in front of me, but I think it was like, well, we'll look at the test report. I learned the hard way, I guess, or the expensive way, that you can't just dump this material around pipe and up to the haunches or over the top or whatever, not compacted. We have had some leaks as a result of that 57 stone not being compacted up under the haunches of the pipe. What we're going to show right with this illustration is that when we're working in the street, we'll take the same backhoe that we compacted that material around the pipe with, switch to a bucket with a quick change, which we have on this machine, and place this material in the ditch. And then we have another backhoe behind us with another roller on it that compacts this material. Basically what you're doing, you're putting this material in lifts and you're compacting it. Now, if we're in the streets and we get in bad material, we haul this material away and we haul in good material, haul good material back in. We use this method if we're in good material. If we're not in good material, we haul the bad material out, bring the good material in, and compact it. And that way, we keep a consistent job. when they run these compaction tests, it showed us getting 99% compaction on this test. We run anywhere from 95 to 100% doing this. Now he's just cleaning off a little of the loose stuff there where he can take his test. What we're doing here is getting ready to lay another joint of pipe. And he's sloping the banks back, getting ready to put the pipe in. We have another machine helping him do that. We're sloping these banks so that we can put the men down there and use jumping jack tamps to compact this material that we're fixing to put around this pipe. Using the backhoe method, we have the vertical walls back there, and it don't hurt anything because we don't have to put any people down there. We're just putting some dirt on each side of the pipe here, and then in front of that we'll put some gravel, and we'll put this stuff in 3 different layers up to the spring line of the pipe, and compact it in layers with these jumping jacks. As you can see, those tamps coming up through there, you can't keep them off of that pipe. And when you got the plastic or what have you on the pipe, you'll grab it with that or hit it with that tamp, and you tear that plastic. We're taking the time to go through this to let you know that we have put this in lifts and tamped it. As you can see, that material is not going down very much under that jumping jack tamp. And in a few minutes you'll see a result of that when we use that probe rod up under the haunches of the pipe. We've used these rollers like was on the backhoe on ductile, steel, pre-tension, and pre-stress lines. We've used it on every kind of water pipe, I guess, that we lay. All of the manufacturers have watched this method, and they don't have a problem with it. They like it, and we've got very good results from